John 220668. John 220668 on event 11261.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I told you my phone's gonna kick off. Sorry about that. I had to switch phones and switch connections. I'm gonna have to figure this out. I'll be going on live in a second. That's what happens on a constant basis. Don't you guys get that with your phones and your computers? Ain't that funny? Let me get this going on live here, right? On my Twitter. I switched a few things around. We'll see if that works, right? We'll see. Let me just put this up. Thanks for coming back on. Sorry about that. It was here. I want to talk about that right now. I talked about it a few times already in the past. Welcome back. It's 5:05 p.m. SubX.News on the spot reporting. We're in the middle of downtown. We're on Randolph Street. It's a beautiful view. Look at that view. Is that a beautiful view? You can't get a much beautiful view. There's a couple of other views that are more beautiful than this, but it's a beautiful view. Look at that. Look at the sun. Look at the Sears Tower. Look at that. Screenshot that. If you sell it as a postcard, send me some money. So here, this is what I'm going to talk to you guys about connectivity. Google, Chrome, Microsoft. I don't know if Facebook's got a judgment against them yet. They might have. I got to read the court documents. I think Apple has. Apple's got monopoly stuff against it. In every other country or society, continent, we'll call it continents, there's regulations against social media outlets, providers, apps, and all of that. There's protections for the consumer. Because what they do is they go into our equipment that we own and they manipulate it. They not only take data out, but they manipulate going in. And I'll talk to you as an example like this. You buy your car. It's your car. Even if you're still paying payments on it, it's technically your car because you're buying plates for it and all that. You could argue it's not your car and that the tickets need to be paid by the leasing whatever or the bank, whatever. But
Here's one of the citywide steps in progress. It says 627 West Roosevelt at the Dollar Tree. Caller states 5 teenagers are stealing in a Dollar Tree store. Nothing further.
Looting the Dollar Tree, right? That's called looting, right? They don't call it looting, but that's looting, right? Huh? So, imagine you have your car, right? You have 4 wheels on it, right? You have 4 wheels. And you're driving it, you park it, you go into a store, you go home, wherever you are. And you come out, you start your car and it's at an angle. And you're like, what the hell is this shit? And you go out and you see your car and you're missing a wheel. And then it says on there, reconfigured. What did you do? Isn't that what we always get from these? In America, that's what we get. It's illegal to do that. In Europe, it's illegal for an outside software app to actually manipulate your phones. It's illegal. It's like a federal offense in all of Europe, all the EU. So imagine, you have your car, you go to drive it, and someone took the wheel off because they said they updated it. They updated or reconfigured it. That's what happens to our phones every single day, all the time, every second. Imagine that. That's what happened to my phone. Here, I'll tell you this. One of my phones, I have all the apps. Oh, it's all equal. I have everything on the same phones, on all same on my phones. My Facebook app was erased on one of my phones. I didn't touch any buttons. And you know what is the first thing they say when you call up one of these companies? T-Mobile's, Comcast, Facebook, whatever they are. What did you do? Well, let's see. I went into my phone, and I went into the settings, and I erased an app that I use all day long, just so the next day I would get up and I would be aggravated. That's what I did. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But that's what happens. And it happens on a constant basis. Why? Because they're going into our phones doing two things. They're taking information out, and they're doing things in. And we don't have control of it. Some of us have viruses. I probably have viruses on 2 of my phones. Well, whatever. I don't care about that stuff. The point I'm trying to make is not only are we going to have to clean up our food and everything like RFK is doing, taking the chemicals out, taking soda pops out and all that, which is good. You know, did you see that what he's doing in Indiana? You can't buy soda pop and junk food with food stamps. That's good. You shouldn't. So maybe we need to go to the next level and say these companies, Googles, Chromes, Facebooks, even Twitters, whatever we're using, they can't go into our phones. One, they can't take information out, and they can't put information in. Our phone should be it. If you want to get an update, you need to, that's like an oil change. Your oil doesn't get changed automatically. You have to actually physically go and take the car in and get it changed. Everybody knows those softwares that say you need to change your oil or maintenance. Those are all programmed in, so you spend money with them. Everybody knows that, right? In the old days, you changed your oil when you needed to. That's how it went. So that's my little spiel on what just happened to me today for the last half hour, right? I set everything up. Everything got knocked out. Everything had to be relogged in. And when I relogged in, everything got knocked out a second time. So now I'm sitting here at this beautiful sunny view, looking westward on Randolph, looking at the Sears Tower with the sunshine, relaxing and talking. So now we're going to go into downtown. There was a car accident with a police officer on 50th and Wentworth, but then they said it's okay. He couldn't get out of his car. Airbags deployed. So that's where we're at. Let's get all our phones configured, right? There we go. We'll do that. Everybody knows where I'm at, right? Oh, man, they just seized in Detroit. They just seized 400 pounds of cocaine, man. 400 pounds of cocaine. Huh? Imagine that. How come we didn't see this stuff under Biden and all these other guys? How come all of a sudden we're just seeing this all right now? You know, it's weird, isn't it? Were they doing that? Were they doing it before? They weren't doing it before? I don't know. So we're going to see how the new configuration of my phone. I switched everything. Actually, everything's switched. Everything's opposite, swapped, all of that. So we're going to see how this all goes. Plus, I did a little rigging on the bottom of my car so it doesn't rattle that much. And I'm not going to show you what I did. It's not photogenic. Let's just say that. And now we're going to get out of here. Hopefully we don't fall down underneath in the Lower Wacker. Well, Lower Wacker Drive is underneath. Well, this isn't Lower Wacker. It's Lower Randolph over here. It's underneath. There's 3 levels underneath this right here, by the way. There we go. Let's get out of here. Let's get rolling. That's enough of my jibber-jabbering about the internet. But yeah, we need the rules about that. In other societies, even in Africa, they have strict rules on that stuff. Trust me, they do. Asia has strict rules on that. We're the only place where you can do whatever you want. And remember, these phones are our equipment. They're our stuff. Imagine if you had somebody come into your house and readjust your stove or something, right? It doesn't make sense. So why are we allowing these tech companies to go into our equipment and change the settings? Right? Because we don't have the rules to protect us, right? Maybe we need that to happen, right? I got some watermelon here. I think I'm gonna eat. I don't know if I got a fork though. Oh man, I'm not. I'm in my wrong truck. See, and then what I do is I switch cars. I don't have everything in each car. Like this car, I don't have my saws with me. I go into the woods and I cut wood. Right.
Got 2 numbers from you, Monroe Harbor and Museum Campus, please.
Good afternoon. Monroe is going to be 11551. 11551. And Museum Campus.
Well, now I don't have nothing to eat my watermelon. Oh well, that's the way love goes. I don't want to use my hands. I don't want to get botulism or something. You know what I'm talking about? Botulism is not good to have. We're going down to Randolph now, right? That sound went away, right? I'll show you what I did later. I don't think I will. Let's say this. It's my skid plate with my muffler pipe, my exhaust pipe. So it rattles, right? That's the little rattling. So what you gotta do is put something in between there, right? So we're going into downtown Chicago now, for those of you who don't know. Sorry about the phone rattling like that, but that's all I got right now, man. I'll have to get another mount for you guys on Facebook. That's just how life goes. Man, I can't fix everything all at once. I try, but life don't work that way. I'm looking for a fork now to eat my watermelons. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to stop it. I'm gonna have to stop at somewhere. Yeah, I ain't got a fork now. Oh, there we go. I might have one. No, I don't.
4-5 male black fighter, no weapons, no further disrespect, please.
This is Wabash here, right? We'll go down Wabash, we'll go upstate, maybe go down Dearborn. No, well, maybe we'll go. How about, yeah, you need to slow down, my brother, man. I'm in my monster truck, man. You need to. I don't know why don't people get there's a big car next to you and he's turning and he wants to get in your lane. He's got his blinker on. He's been showing you he wants to get in the lane and the guy speeds up. I don't get that, man. Is that stupid or what? What kind of a person is that? Just an ignorant person? Stupid? High? What? Drunk? Mentally ill? Retarded? What is that? Seriously, I got my blinker on. I've had my blinker on for 3 minutes. I'm inching away into the next lane. There's an opening. As I'm moving over, the dude speeds up. Is that retarded? What is that, man? I don't know what the hell that is, man. Anybody have that? Has that happened to anybody? Where you're going over to the lane, it's open, and you're moving over, and the dude speeds up. What the heck? What is that, man?
3 in the city. Let's come over as a bus alarm now. Robbery just occurred at 6 a.m. in Michigan, 6900 South Michigan, bus number 8024. Caller reporting 4 males and 1 female jumped a male rider, robbed him. Anything further into the Chicago?
No, robbed on the bus, 69th in Michigan. There you go. You just heard it, right? It's not safe. Robbed on a CTA bus, 69th in Michigan. 4 people robbed 1 person, 3 males and 1 female. You just heard it, right? That's a live feed, by the way. Right? There you go. Shit, man. Who wants to ride some Chicago scanner? This is where the kids got murdered right there. 2 students got murdered right there at noontime. Right there. Right there. Murdered, broad daylight, gunned down, killed. Shot, dead. There's no report from the school district on what happened, why it happened, what they did to remediate it. They shut down the school, I think. That's how they solve those things. That's how this system does it. That's how liberal fascists work. They shut down the system, they blame the victim. They always do. They never blame the criminals. Never do. Liberals blame the victims that they're too liberal when it's the liberals that are doing it.
One the citywide theft in progress, 42 South State at 5 below. Retail theft in progress just went to the second floor. 2 offenders with strollers and large bags, unknown city weapons. And further, known for a clip.
Right here. 5 below. They're robbing it right here. You just heard it, right? Looting 5 below in downtown on State Street. Didn't that, you know, was she just say that? No, I gotta go here. Isn't that what she just said?
Unit 1, the citywide theft in progress, 42 South State at 5 below. Retail theft in progress just went to the second floor. 2 offenders with strollers and large bags, unknown city weapons. And further, known for a clip.
Go. It's right. We'll go check it out. It's right here. They're looting it, right? With strollers. Chicago scanner. How can you run a business like that, right? People with strollers loading up the merchandise. It's right here. It just happened. It's happening right now. We'll see what happens. We might see the... That's why all these stores are abandoned, right? Right here. You're gonna watch the looters, right? If they even get arrested. 5 below is right over here, right? I'm looking for my fork to eat my watermelons. Fucking, I don't have my shit with me. Fuck, man. This fucking is bullshit, man. Whatever. 5 below. It's right over here somewhere, ain't it? They're looting the damn joint. Look, it's damn empty. The downtown's empty and they're looting the only stores that are here, right? That's what you get. That's what you get. 5 below, it's right over here, right? We'll sit here, we'll watch for the looters, right? Where's it at? 5 below is right in front of us, right there. That's the one they're looting, that store right there, 5 below. We'll watch the criminals come out, right? We're gonna sit right there where the bus is at. Two people with strollers looting the store. And they well, I don't care. I got my monster truck. I could care less. We're gonna sit right here, man. That's what we're gonna do. And that's how we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna put our flashers on. There you go.
1914 units and 19 units on the citywide battery in progress. 929 West Buena at Uptown Library. Mark is calling regarding 3 males fighting inside the library. Security is included. No weapons present. Nothing further. Zone 2 clear.
SubX.News on the spot reporting 5:22 p.m. April 16th, 2025.
4-5
14 units in 4 and citywide assault in progress. 79th and Stony Island and 79th. Shanice is calling 2-car accident. EMS was refused.
There's a report of looters inside the Five Below here. They got strollers and stealing, so we're gonna see if they come out. The radio call just came out, so we're gonna sit here. We're gonna see if the police come. Sometimes the police don't even show up for these calls. I might back up because the cops are gonna want to park here, right? But we'll see. Let's try to stay here. They might tell us to move. The cops are coming up behind me right now, I believe. I see blue lights. Again, we're on the scene of a looting of this store. I call it looting. Right? There's cops coming right now, right? You're gonna see police. We came here before the police came. So I call it looting. There's a police car right in back of me. They're getting out of the car. You'll see. Police are going into Five Below. You're watching this live. We came here before the police. They're going into the Five Below there. Again, we're here before the police. The police officers just pulled up behind us. SubX.News on the spot reporting. Looting in the Five Below. There's two people they said with strollers loading up merchandise inside the Five Below. There you go. You're watching live. It's 5:24 p.m. downtown Chicago. This part of the loop, the central district of Chicago, is almost abandoned. There's blocks on blocks of stores that are closed. And the only stores that are open are getting looted and robbed. Five Below always gets looted and robbed. And then the Champ store over there gets looted. You see another cop car is going to be coming up here on our left. Again, we're at Five Below, downtown Chicago. You're watching this as it unfolds. We came before the police came. But we're going to stay here, and I got to get me a fork from my watermelon, right? There might be nothing happen to them, right? Because they might have babies with them. They'll say it's a baby taking the merchandise. They make all kinds of excuses. They'll say the baby grabbed the merchandise. 2 people with strollers stealing in Five Below. You're watching it live here. SubX.News. We came here before the police showed up. I got something to eat my watermelon with, so we'll see how that works out. On the scene of looting at Five Below, downtown Chicago. There was a dollar store where 5 people were robbing it earlier on the south side, and then there was I think it was CVS getting ripped off by 2 or 3 people. And it's every day. Those aren't even reported anymore. And again, if 3 people are stealing, how many reports do you think they make? 1. Does everybody know that? That's how they manipulate the statistics. If there's 3 people stealing in a store, they make 1 report, not 3 reports. It's technically 3 because 3 people are charged, but they don't make it as 3 crimes. They make it as 1 crime. That's how they reduce the statistics. Did I tell you guys that or not?
7383M. We get 2 events for 79th Street, upper and lower.
There's somebody screaming behind us.
Upper 11773.
There's somebody screaming behind us. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to turn down the radio calls and we're going to listen because somebody's screaming behind us right now. Oh, they say all kinds. Yeah, baby grabbed the merchandise. Oh, yeah, they say all kinds of. The baby grabbed the merchandise. Yeah, they say that. Uh-huh. I seen them do it. There you go. 2 guys leave. Oh, there they go. There's the ladies right there. Right there, those are the ladies. Right there, those two, do you see them? They're screaming and yelling, see that? Look at them screaming and yelling. They got caught. Look at them screaming and yelling. Look at that, they're screaming and yelling. You see that? They didn't get arrested and they're screaming and yelling, right? You caught me. Yeah, you're a creep and you're a crook. All right, let's get out of here, right? There you go. You want to see? You want to bet they two go into another store? They were yelling at the cops. You caught us. Why are you bothering us? Funny, ain't it? SubX.News. All right, I don't know what we're doing, man. I'm stuck in the middle of traffic here. Oh, that's a nice Suburban there. I gotta get me one of them. That's called a rammer there. Oh, there's another cop there. They're probably, look, this whole block is empty and they're looting it, right? We want to go see where those girls go in, which store they go in next? Yeah, why are you beeping at me, man? I'm in the right lane, dude. I'm in my lane and that dude's beeping at me. I don't know. Can I get through here? I don't remember. If I lose signal, I'll get back on live. But I think this signal's working good. Oh, man, they got nice graffitis in here. Look at that. Be careful where you come. These are not tourist attractions down here. Well, it might be. If you like certain type of tourism. There you go, man. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? Those girls were yelling and screaming. You caught me stealing. Instead of just leaving and... But you see, so two people were stealing. They were caught stealing. How many reports were made? 0. No reports were made. So what? Crime is down. Did you guys just get that? That's the whole point of that whole exercise there. 2 people were stealing. They were caught stealing. They were caught stealing. Where are those girls? There they are. They're right here. Those girls are right here. Oh, they're splitting up. See that? They just split up. The 2 girls, she's going in the green light. She split up. Look. They're out stealing. She split. The 2 girls just split. Did you see them? She's going this way. We're going to go around, right? I don't know. It says I can't turn, but I need to turn. I'm sorry. That's just how life is sometimes. Sometimes you got to do what you need to do, right? So they just split up. The 2 girls just split up. That's strange, ain't it? Why are you together? Your compadres, your bosom buddies, your pals, your chums, and all of a sudden you split up. That's kind of a strange activity, ain't it? We're going to go down there and go, oh, what is that? We can't go that way, huh? We're going to go this way. Oh, dude, man, you got a whole bunch of people in here, man. It's like a logger jam, man. This guy did, and then this guy right in back of me, he's right in back of me, man. I can't back up. Oh, well, then we're going to have to go forward, right? Anyway. Now, one girl went this way. There she is right there, man. We're going to follow her, right? We're going to see what store she goes into. And we might get another radio call of a theft in progress. Yeah, here. Fuck her. Fuck that thief. And then using your children to steal, that's some fucking nasty ass shit, man. I ain't got no sympathy for people like that. That's why downtown looks the way it is, because people think it's okay to steal. She don't deserve no damn sympathy. Hell no. But she ain't stealing for no food and bread. She's stealing because she's a lazy bum who wants to steal. There's a cop right there. Don't do shit about it. Right there. There you go. Sheriff sitting in the car. It's a scarecrow, right? Somebody's screaming over here. I gotta keep my windows open. What's up, Trina? They just caught somebody stealing. Two girls and their babies were stealing out of a store. Sorry about my bad words, but I ain't got sympathy for them people. There ain't no reason to be stealing from a store. You can get as much free stuff as you want in this society. You can get apartments, food, you can get whatever you want if you're a lazy bum. You don't need to steal. When you steal, you ruin the businesses.
Yeah, if you could do me a favor, if you could relay to the second district F51 or Wellworth, and just tell them thank you for the assistance, and we should be clearing up shortly, just waiting on the toes.
So let's get back to the lesson of today. I talked about connectivity and how the phone companies mess with our phones. There's no regulations on it. Now what did you just see? You seen two people who were accused, let's say this, they were accused of stealing. They were accused. Everybody has their day in court. Do you think there was a report made? And how many reports were made? One. If there was a report made, it'd be one. But I'm going to guarantee you there was no reports made. Zero. None. Why? Because the store don't want to go to court. The first thing the police officer says, you got to go to court. They say, no, we're not going to go, right? Look at that. Plywood special. It's everywhere. That's how our city looks. Like crap. There's a Cook County sheriff. What are they doing? Sitting in their car not doing nothing, right? All right, we're going to go back because we were on Wabash, remember? And we had to cut over. So we're going to go down and see what the drug dealers are doing. So you just seen a retail theft. Again, two people caught stealing, allegedly, let go. They were screaming at the cops. Screaming. Look, if you're innocent, are you going to scream at the cops? Absolutely not. You're going to say, sorry, it was a mistake. And you're going to say what? Thank you. Sorry, whatever I did, that I got misinterpreted. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean my kids to take the merchandise. But I appreciate you watching out for the welfare of the store. I'll make sure to watch my kids, or I'll make sure that doesn't happen again. Thank you very much. You leave. Those two ladies were screaming at the cops. They were screaming at the top of their lungs. They were right there. Why are you screaming at the cops if you're innocent? You don't need to scream at the cop. You're innocent. You walk away and you're done. You're finished. On top of it, they didn't arrest them. They didn't do no police reports. So what are you screaming about? There you go. So think about it. Two people accused of stealing. Two. They were both let go and no reports made.
1931 West black jacket, green pants, baseball cap, gray book bag, selling out the store, nothing further.
There you go, another one. It's all today is stealing from store day. That's all I'm hearing today. Yesterday was a couple of shootings and murders. God rest his soul, the 19-year-old that was killed. And there was a 17-year-old killed out in, where was it, Bolingbrook or something? There's a 17-year-old killed too. There's two murders yesterday. Both young black men. Dead. Did you see the mayor or anybody getting on TV saying that's bad? Here, let me tell you this. I'm a white man. Got it? I grew up on the south side. I grew up on food stamps and welfare. That's what I grew up on. That's my background. I got other stuff in my background, and we'll talk about that at a later time. Some people know about it, some people don't. Let's just say I was on the wrong side of the tracks. That's good, okay?
Right, sir.
Another number for Navy Pier.
So now I'm doing what I'm doing. I got a family, got married, straightened myself out, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, whatever. Hoop-de-da, whatever. That's my business, right? It's a normal life, right? Normal people just raise their children, go to school, pay their bills, go on some vacations. Hopefully they leave some kind of legacy of something for people. Maybe, maybe not. Who cares? But what you have now is disposable people like third world countries. So I'm a white dude that's 56, right? Raised kids in the city, blah, blah, blah. and you correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I'm white, right? From the south side of Chicago. If I was the black mayor, a black man, right? There you go. These dudes are doing some shady ass shit right there. I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't know what they're doing over here. I don't know what these two are doing over here, man. These two guys right there. They're doing some shady ass shit, man. Right there, those two. They're doing some shady stuff there. They got brand new jackets on there, everything, brand new clothes. I told you, you don't need to buy nothing in this society. So think about this. And you guys, whoever, look, I don't know who watches my show. I don't know if you're boy, girl, trans, white, black, Asian, whatever. I don't know, and I don't take this wrong. I don't care. I care who you are, but I don't care what you are. You kind of get that? That's my philosophy. Whatever you are, it is what it is. I told you guys the story about the handicapped guy in my class at Chicago State, right? I talked to you about that. So I don't care what you are, right? It doesn't matter to me. What you want to be, who you want to work with, what projects you want to work with me, what do you want to do together. That's what I care about, right? What you are, male, female, identify as a dog. It doesn't matter to me, man. You know, what you do in your personal life with whatever you do and wherever you live, that's your business. It's not mine. I could care less about that. I care about you, but I don't care about what you do there. So here, this is what I want to say. A 17-year-old was murdered, a black young man, and a 19-year-old black young man was murdered. We can talk about their lifestyles, how that happened, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. That's another part of the conversation. But if I'm a black mayor, a black man mayor, and I supposedly say I'm for the black race and they're first, because they have been harmed, they have been hurt, they have been divested, they have been institutionally harmed. Which, a lot of those things, you know, there's facts to those things. There's facts to that stuff, right? Marginalized. Why ain't I on TV then? When there's a 19-year-old kid that just got shot up on 115th and Morgan. He got killed. He got murdered. Why ain't that black man on TV? Why isn't the black male mayor not only on TV? Why isn't he at the murder site? Why isn't he at the murder scene? Why wasn't he with the family last night at Roseland Hospital? Why wasn't the mayor at Roseland Hospital where a 19-year-old young black man was dead from being shot on the street? I have both scenes. I got it on the video. You can look at it. You can see the family grieving, which I don't like the videotape. If I can videotape the scene, I get out of there. But if I see family members and all that, I try not to get involved in that because that's very, very difficult, right? Then I went to the crime scene on 115th and Morgan, right by the tracks. You know where that's at? People know where that neighborhood is. It was right after the tracks, 2 blocks after the tracks. That's where he was shot. He was shot on the south side of the street, right by that empty lot there, right? That's where he was shot. In his car. It was a nice car. It was a red car. It wasn't a fancy car. It was like an Eclipse or something. Really nice. It looked like a new car. Shot through the rear window, it looked like. I didn't see the mayor. I didn't see the mayor yesterday. I don't see the mayor today. That would be if I'm a black man and black young men are being murdered every single day in our city and around our areas or shot up, I would be on TV. It would be the number one priority on my to-do list to make sure there'd be no black men being shot or killed in my city. That's what I would do. Wherever I was, if I was in a city, in a state, in a school, whatever it would be, right? There you go. We're back to the homeless people here, right? There you go. See that? It's a game of whack-a-mole. You see that there? There you go. They're back. See that there? It's a guy sleeping right there. See that guy right there? They're back again. It's whack-a-mole. There's another guy by the other door over there. What am I going to get out of my car every time? Block traffic? But that's my view. You can take it the way you want to take it. But I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I seen it once. We were at the AK-47 shooting over on Western over there in Oakley and Jackson or Washington over there. You know where? By the old project. Those are all projects over there, by the way. That's not all new housing there. Those are projects. You know, by the Felony Franks over there on Western. Or it was a 7-year-old murdered in the middle of the day with an AK-47. I seen the mayor there, but he was at the hospital. It was at Cook County Hospital. Once I seen him on a crime scene. Once. You know how many black people been murdered since then? A lot. 90% of the murders in Chicago are black people. I don't think blacks make 20%. To me, as a white dude that reports on this stuff, that seems like an epidemic there. If you're only 20 or so percent of the population and 90% of you are getting murdered, yeah, that seems to be a problem. And you can say whatever you want. I know there's a bunch of racists and Ku Klux Klan jack-offs on this page. You're not welcome here. When I find you, I erase you. You're blocked. I don't like that kind of activity. You can do your Ku Klux Klan in Indiana or wherever the hell you're from, man. You can burn your sheets or cross or whatever the hell you like doing, poking holes in the sheets, man. Go do that shit somewhere else with your cousins, right? Whatever you do. But if you're only 20% of the population and you're 90% victims of crime and murders and mayhem, there's a problem there. And then I got the people that say, well, that's their culture. That's it. That really is their culture? I didn't know heroin was made in the middle of Chicago. It's not made in the middle of Chicago. How does a 14-year-old kid get a Glock with a switch of bullets and an extended mag? He can't buy that. It's illegal. All of those pieces are illegal. There you go. It's green there, lady. It's green. See that? What do you want me to do? You just seen that, right? It's constant. People have no rules, no regulation, no standards. And it goes to the first thing that I was just talking about. The government. The mayor don't do anything. There you go. You got a skateboarder coming the wrong way, right? You got people walking across the street, right? Whatever they're doing. Right, there's a brand new car there. Maybe he's a drug dealer, maybe he's not. There you go. There's a drug dealing car over there. But that's my view. And if we don't see that, then why does anyone care? Why does anyone care? I care. I care. I do this for that. I care about it, right? Hey, they're drug dealing right there. We're going to go one more step. Maybe we can see them dope dealing over there, right? They just had the dope guy arrested over here, right? Blacks supplied the drugs on this corner, okay? They supply it to the Mondos. Remember, a Mondo is from... There you go. I got a Mondo right next to me. He might be just a kid. No, he's a Mondo. Dope dealing Mondo. There you go, white dope addict. You see him right there? It's a white doper. See that guy right there? There you go. The cops are showing up. See that guy smoking right there? He's a white guy. Right there. He's with the drug addicts and drug dealers right there. See that there? There, right there. So that's what I say about what I seen yesterday, right? And what I see on the news today. Remember, I'm a news guy. I do this for a living. I watch the news. I look at statistics. I look at crime scenes. I don't say, unless I'm mistaken, unless Mayor Johnson had some kind of news conference somewhere. Oh, and by the way, we had a shooting at a high school yesterday. Oh, well, it was on the corner. It was technically not. No, that was a high school shooting. That guy was coming out of school. He was on the corner and they shot him up. That's what that was, a school shooting. It was a block away or 2 blocks away. It doesn't matter. It was school related, right? That's the point.
Security, no weapons, things on 1 District 16 clear.
108 North State, person detained for stealing. Sephoria. I don't know what the hell that is. Loitering in and outside Walgreens. Group of men fighting on Roosevelt. So that's what I had to say. I'm going to sit here and eat some of my watermelon. Somebody just put a good saying up, and I don't know what it meant. No, I knew what it meant. I'm mixing my words now. It was really good, and I got to find it. Something about liberals. Liberals. I'll look it up. Liberals something, and the rest are slaves. That's what it was. Somebody's smoking over there, right? Let's sit here. We'll see if they're dealing drugs over here. There's a bunch of them going into this store right here. Into the subway here, right? See, there's smoke coming from over there. You see the smoke? They're around the corner over there. Yeah.
12124. 12124.
Well, I'm in my monster truck today. I ain't in the minivan. When I'm in the monster truck, yeah, man stole candy. Man, there's all kinds of thievery going on down here, man. There's the cops. So that's where I'm at today. That really gets to me when there's young people that get killed. I mean, and we can argue and yell and blame parents and all of that stuff, but there's no reason 19 and 17-year-old young men and women should be getting murdered. Why are they in a situation where they are being murdered? I can talk about it now. My son just came back from a war deployment. He was in a war. There's a war in the Middle East, okay? There's a war out there. They're lying to you on the TV, okay? The cops just pulled up there. Did you see them? See the cops right there?
We're getting EMS over at the red line at Argyle. DJ shows a male black passenger was maced by a female black passenger wearing all black.
This guy keeps pulling up in that damn minivan. Why is he doing that, man?
7383, don't have anyone at Argyle.
There you go. No police on the trains, right? At rush hour, right? That guy just pulled up, man. I would have stayed in the back. All right, we're going to go around the block, right? We were seeing the smoke coming from here, remember? And now I can't see none because this guy pulled up in front of me. I don't know where those cops went. We're going to go around the block real quick, okay?
Can we get one for upper and lower at SubX and Redline?
Upper is 12176, 12176, and lower is 12179, 12179.
Alrighty, what are we doing here, lady? I get it. We get confused. I do too, right? Brother, man, you gotta let me go, dude. You got a small car, I got a big car. I win. That's how life goes, man. Get yourself a bigger car. funny. My kids will say, what do you want for Christmas? I say, new tires. They said, nah, we'll get you something else. I don't want to just say. How about this? I'll say this here. One of my tires is as much as you probably have a note on your car. 4 of my tires are like your note on your house, okay? I should stay over there in that bike lane there. And where'd those cops go? They went in somewhere, right? Let's sit right here and see what we can see, right? The cops went in there. You see that there? The cops are in that 7-Eleven. It's hot. All right, we finished off my watermelon. That's good. I'm trying to stay healthy. I got a new regime. I'm trying to get my everybody in my family's all like skinny. He said, I'm working for the people, him and the government, the leaders. Yeah. You know, now it's coming out that it's going to be Julius versus Brandon. It's going to be the Vallis remake, white man, black man. And guess what we're going to get at any one win? Julius is worse, by the way. He's worse. If you think Brandon is dumb, Julius is dumber. Yeah. Be careful for that guy. That guy is, oh, man. You don't want Julius. And, you know, they're setting that up. White man, black man, right? So now it's going to be, right, who do we choose? And now Mendoza might run. We'll see how that works out, right? My honest opinion, and I hate to be racial, I think we need a Hispanic as a leader. I know we shouldn't go by race and color. That's kind of what got us into this mess we're in today. But Hispanics are a big part of our city, and they deserve representation. Now, here's the problem.
Facing southbound. Male black last seen wearing black pants, black shoes, gray shirts, blue jacket, no weapons present, unknown drugs or alcohol, nothing further zone like that.
And that's what people are going to say. That's what got us into this problem in the first place, voting by race. But look, in the end, if you're the most powerful people, and there they go, the cops are coming out, right? Now he just bought something? I don't know. He doesn't look like he did. He bought a soda pop maybe, right? We're gonna go check the drug addicts over on Kinsey Street. All right, that's where we're gonna go. Let's keep moving, okay? Oh, we're gonna go up and down a couple of times here, right? All right, there's tourists here. There's all kind of. It looks like they cleaned this corner up a little bit. I don't see nobody here. That arrest the other day. Everybody's seen the arrest from other. You know, I got all those things in the middle of my videos, and I don't have time to pull everything out of my videos or make a separate video of it. Like yesterday, I was at the crime scene, I was at the murder area with all of that, and I was at a few other places. I can't pull all those things out of every video, and just that's it. And I don't, I know everybody's got things to do. I'm trying something else. Now with what I do, I'm trying to write a story about it rather than make a list. I might have two things. I might have a story about what happened and then have a list of all the incidents inside of the video. Good videos on YouTube, they have it actually at every minute. And I don't know how they do that. Where you can actually touch the minute of the video, match to the transcript, and then it gets you to that part of the video. So if you're looking for something specific, then that's you go straight through there. But I don't know how to do all of that stuff. I'm just learning some of these things, right? I know how to make videos and post things and talk and all that, but they got all kinds of new stuff out there. So I'm learning as you are, right? There's a lot of changes happening in the world, right? All right, where are we going to go? What do you guys think? What is it, 5:56? We're not going to go look at the trains. Forget that there. Somebody said they hang out somewhere else downtown here. I forget. A lot of people, I appreciate everybody that sends me tips, ideas, and all that. But I just get so many of them, and I always, maybe I need to get better at making a list or keeping a log. Maybe I need to bring a log with me, but I do so much sometimes in the day. If I keep a log, then it takes me time to read the log. So then I'm just kind of a guy that keeps moving, right? And then I look back at what I did, what's important, what sticks out, and then I throw it up. So we'll see. Maybe there's some AI software that can help me like keep track of everything I do or whatever it is. But there's a ton of cases. Like I said, if there's anybody out there that wants to help work on this, I don't know. I don't have no money. You're not going to get compensated. If we make money, then we'll split the money on something. I guess that's what I can promise. But there's follow-up on cases. There's FOIA research. There's legal research. There's witness callbacks. I got a case now that I put on the back burner for 1.5 years, and I feel bad about it. Her father and her brother got murdered. I wanted to do something like America's Most Wanted. You know what I mean? Like, this is what happened. Does anybody know about it? And I just haven't got to it. I guess I'm one of those guys, and maybe a bad habit for me. If I do something, I want to do it right. I don't want to do it half-assed. You know what I mean? I don't want to, especially with something to do with people's families, especially like that, I don't want to do something that's disrespectful of the family. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. If I spend some time on it, I want to respect your time. I want to respect your family and whatever we need to do and work together on something. I don't want to be doing weird, it's whatever. I don't do that stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm just that way. So a lot of things on mine didn't go on the back burner or don't get done. Oh, that's nice. That restaurant's pretty full, which is pretty good. The Dearborn there, there's a bunch of people in there. That's nice to see there. I like that. Okay. Oh, you guys are going to be surprised when I'm in the minivan. Let's see. You're going to see a surprise. My kid did something. He fixed up the minivan. And it's something that I didn't do for a few months. He fixed it. So I told him, because he just got out, right? He just got back from the service. I said, write me up a bill and then send it to that company. That just reminded me because of that bus right there. Huh? All right, it's 6 o'clock. We got about 1.5 hours for the sunset. I'm eating my mushrooms that taste like honeycombs. Oh, that's a nice strain. See the color on there?
7.3 is 5.3. It's 5.3. I hold it down, getting fuel at 67
Oh, somebody said go here, check this place out on Lake Street. The drug dealing place, the McDonald's. Maybe we will. $6 o'clock, by the way. If you need to eat dinner, don't miss dinner on my account. The crime will be here today, tomorrow, and the day after. It's what we do about it, right?
7383 Frank.
Right.
See, that noise went away, right? That little... Now, the other clicking noise is gone because my guy changed the transfer case, right? So I got another transfer. Oh, man, it looks like a show is here. What's the show, man? See everybody waiting here, man?
Bus number 7959 from...
There you go. That's some fancy show there, man. See that there? Everybody's going in, man. Let me ask these guys. Who's playing tonight? Who are you guys going to see? All right, thanks, man. Have a good show, all right?
Thank you. Yeah, 12339. 12339.
There you go. See, people are waiting in line. There ain't nothing wrong with it. We need 10 of those shows in Chicago. We need country, we need jazz, we need hip hop, we need all of that stuff. Oh, Ramona, man. That's Ramona. She's a radio the dispatcher.
Yeah, 12339. 12339.
7383,
Charlie, go.
Lunch, 13 and Wabash.
Take it, that number 12345. Winner, chicken dinner.
Somebody, it's average today. It's a nice traffic flow today. We'll go see what they're doing over at Kinsey. How about that? I heard there was a machete fight yesterday at Randolph Street, by the way. I gotta look that up. I heard it on the radio, but I couldn't find the radio call.
7304 North.
04 North, huh? 7304 North, huh?
Yeah, can I get an event number from 95th and the Red Line, north and south?
Yeah, 12382 and 12383.
A lot of people jumping from buildings in this area lately. At least 2 or 3 this year so far. Suicides. Let's see if I can get over. All right, brother. Let's see if we can do this turnaround. I'm gonna see if my friend is over here. I got a security guard I know over here. Haven't heard from him for a while. Maybe he's retired. He was actually a retired cop. And this is the Hard Rock Cafe. This is the Rock and Roll McDonald's. It's funny when I put those videos up. The Tribune did an article the next day, and then everybody said, "We hate Rainforest Cafe and Hard Rock Cafe. They suck." You think, okay, bro. Yeah. The tax money they were giving us really sucked, right? It's weird how those liberals are, some of them. They're so childish. Let's see if my buddy's in here. Ah, he's the young security guard. I think he's a retired Cook County sheriff. I gotta message him. Sometimes you gotta message people because they're going through. Everybody has a life and they deal with stuff, right? Sometimes you just gotta check in, and that's one thing I'm learning I need to be better at. Where did it go? Oh, we gotta go south, right? What are we gonna do here? We're gonna go a little north. We're gonna try to zigzag or do something here. Maybe we'll go up somewhere over here. Maybe we'll cut through Cabrini Green. Maybe we'll go through the construction site over there. I don't know. We'll see.
$4734.
4734.
Homeland number for 1150 North Branch.
Take event number 12426. 12426.
See this guy right now. I had my blinker on and he's speeding up. I'm like, man, really, dude? Not twice in one day, man. Seriously, I had my blinker on. You see me going really slow, inching into the lane, and this dude just started speeding up. I'm like, man, dude, really? Why are you doing that stuff? Chill out. Cops didn't arrest nobody. The ladies were screaming at the cops when they got removed from the store. I need to get over to that left lane is what I need to do. Chicago Avenue. I got to do one of these. How about that? There we go. Because we need to be going that way, right? We're going over to the tent city over there. That's behind me, huh?
Oh, yeah. Bring me a bid for a 630 in the red, please.
12462.
When you hear it going fast, that means your bulb is out. Everybody knows that, right? When it goes click, 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 that means one of your bulbs is out or there's a bad connection. I learned that a long time ago. I read that on the internet, I think.
Listen, tonight, this is going to say the West Virginia Baptist Progress 906 was 50th Street, neighbors fighting inside the home, broken glass, nothing further, no finish.
That sun is pretty powerful. I got to put down my visor there.
Listen, tonight, this is going to say the West Virginia Battery in Progress 906 West 50th Street, neighbors fighting inside the home, broken glass, nothing further, no finish. Clear. Battery in progress, 6-3 in Calumet, 60-30 in Calumet. 16 young juveniles are fighting outside with bats and bottles. Penalty further, their digits 17.
16 juveniles fighting with bats and bottles on 60th and Calumet.
Battery in progress, 6-3 in Calumet, 60-30 in Calumet. 16 young juveniles are fighting outside with bats and bottles. Penalty further, their digits 17.
16 juveniles fighting with bats and bottles. 63rd and Calumet. Was it 63rd and Calumet?
Listen, tonight, this is going to say the West Virginia Battery in Progress 906 West 50th Street, neighbors fighting it. Free units and during the city West Battery in Progress, 6-3 in Calumet, 60-30 in Calumet. 16 young juveniles are fighting outside with bats and bottles. Got nothing further. They're District 7. 7383 David.
7383 David.
Chicago State Red Line, can I get one for upper, one for lower?
Event number 12498 and 12499.
Bats and bottles. Man, that's a bad fight. Oh man, riding with a bicycle and with a butcher knife. Listen to this one.
NFU South Citywide, person 96 North Hamlin, 6 North Hamlin. Male offenders, the male black, short, riding bicycle with a large butcher knife. Upstairs, something clear.
Riding a bicycle with a butcher knife. That's some dangerous activity there, huh? Well, people gotta protect themselves. You can't fault people for carrying guns, knives, bats, or bottles. It's a dangerous city. That's all I gotta say. And there's been a ruling already, a partial ruling on the federal district level where they said you can't outlaw guns on trains. It's not illegal. You're violating the people's Second Amendment rights, which is the truth. Imagine there's robberies, rapes, killings, and murders on the trains all the time, and they tell you can't protect yourself. That's pretty messed up. That's messed up. There's no reason for that, right? Because there's so much crime on there. Well, and that's another way they lower the statistics in Chicago. The crime gets put into other jurisdictions like the CTA, the school system, in the universities, right? Again, one of the big ways they do it, if there's 4 people committing something, we're listed as one crime. Or it should be 4 crimes, right? 4 people are doing the crime. You can say, well, John, it's only really 1 crime. No, that's not 1 crime. It's 4 crimes because 4 get charged. That's how it used to be in the old days. I don't know if they do that nowadays. 4 people do the crime. It's 4 separate cases. That's how it is. I used to study this stuff.
23 units of City Valley burglary in progress, 6042 north on Buffalo in the alley. There's a male Hispanic rented gray sweater, blue jeans that's breaking into the garage. 24th District, zone 11 station there.
Oh, where that guy's speeding to, there ain't nowhere to speed to. It's a red light.
2423 units of City Valley burglary in progress, 6042 north on Whipple in the alley. There's a male Hispanic wearing a gray sweater, blue jeans that's breaking into the garage. 24th District, zone 11 station clear.
That's the abandoned Office Depot right next to us. Yeah, it seems like this is a steady way to set up my phones. I'm gonna have to keep them this way. I swapped these 2 phones. One was what you're watching now. The phone that was on Facebook was on Twitter. I had it opposite, and it kicked it out. So now I'm gonna keep it like this way, right? I have to mark them or something because I forget. I do different things. I like changing it up sometimes, but it doesn't work. So everybody remembers this is the Salvation Army coming up here, right? People know that? I'm thinking, do you want to do some off-roading or what? You want to try? Oh, we're going to get arrested. What do you guys think? Notice, keep gates closed. Oh, man, that's a work zone over there, huh? We're going to go somewhere else and we'll come back through here, right? Everybody knows this was the Salvation Army over here, right? This is the one I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago. The Salvation Army, it's closed. Look at that. Used to be for addicted people and homeless people. See that there? You don't believe me, right? Look. Look at that. This is a Salvation Army. Look at this. That's a Salvation Army right there. It's closed. Do you get that? And there's a drug camp right down the street. I'll show you where the drug camp is, right? We'll go to the drug camp right now, right? That's a Salvation Army right there. I'm going to keep doing this and repeating it So that's the way I learned. I think that's a good way to right? To try to effectuate change. Is that how they say that?
Two numbers, please, for the 79th Street red line, one upper, one lower.
There's guys living under the bridge over there, right? Oh, they got a jackhammer, air compressor in this place here. They're gonna be tearing it down pretty soon. That's new there. That air compressor there is brand new. It looks like they might be starting to tear this place down.
Two numbers, please, for the 79th Street red line, one upper, one lower.
This is a Salvation Army here. This whole building is Salvation Army.
81.
That's all Salvation Army. It's shut down.
Thank you.
So let me show you something here. Let me show you this. See that? I gotta check my old videos. I think that's new. Like I said, it looks like you're gonna do some construction here. They got that, this is the old Salvation Army here where they did rehab in here. This whole complex of Salvation Army shutting down. Sad, ain't it? And then you're gonna see these 6:19. We got an hour left for sunset. Let's not forget that, right? Now, what the hell is this over here? You know, I got my truck now. I can do a little more investigating. Look at that. There are little cubby holes everywhere. See that there? I gotta watch they don't fall into a pit. There's a pit behind me. A driveway. That is all Salvation Army over here. They could put hundreds of people, give them a place to sleep. I'll show you the other side of this place. It was all Salvation Army.
7385 Frank.
7385 Frank.
Frankie van right in the CTA bus from state eastbound, bus number 1277. On 79th Street? Ticket van number 12623, 12623.
All of that. See that there? That's all Salvation Army, that building there. All of that. That boarded up stuff there. They do filming here of the Chicago PD. They use this as a abandoned police, of a real police station.
7385 Frank.
They call it the 13th district. There is no 13th district.
Eastbound, bus number 1277.
On 79th Street?
With another male black female black not present on
Ticket van number 12623, 12623.
See that? It's all abandoned here. Salvation Army. See that? I'll turn around so you can see the sign. This whole building.
Male black wearing a black hoodie, armed with the gun. With another male black female black not present on it.
I ain't joking around. So you seen the big place where it's the rehab. I think this was the warehouse where they sold stuff. The retail store right here. Look, it's a beautiful building. It's beautiful here. Look. Look at that.
Number 8271.
Look at
that.
It's beautiful. Look at that.
12634.
It's a shame that's not being used, right?
I was saying this on a night that you're going to see the resident of Southern Progress at Kansas and 38th Street. A male white black sweater backpack was hitting her car with his hands. He's following her on a scooter. Nothing further. Nothing further.
Imagine an entire facility that can help homeless people, addicted people, give them a place to stay, feed them, and even give them something positive to do. Imagine a place like that. 6:23 p.m., April 16, 2025.
Units in 14 in the citywide are criminal damage property in progress, Paulina and Mormon. There's 3 males trying to break into cars. They were last seen on foot westbound in the alley. One's wearing a gray hoodie, one's wearing a black hoodie, and they have book bags. Nothing further until the street's clear.
Imagine, that's the place. It's right in front of you. It's boarded up. You know how many millions? They might have made $1 billion. Salvation Army off the migrants. They might have made $1 billion. $1 billion with a B. What do you think? How much you think the Salvation Army made off of those migrants? I seen their equipment in places. I seen the Red Cross's cots.
Units in 1 on the citywide getting a person with a gun, 21st in Michigan. There's a man walking southbound on Michigan with a gun, male black, 6 foot tall, 150 pounds, brown skin, braids, wearing a black jacket, black pants, black shoes. Nothing further, zone 4 clear.
He's got a gun, what? That's how life is. It's Chicago. If he didn't have a gun, he would be, I'd say that's when you need to check him out. I'm sorry. That's a normal activity in the city of Chicago, right? You need to protect yourself, man. So that was a whole Salvation Army complex. It's a whole block. It was a block. A block, not just a long block, right? With a block and an alley behind you. That was a block with the alley, so it was 2 blocks. I don't know how it's 2 blocks. You know what I mean? Anyone who knows in Chicago, you know what I'm talking about. Because when you talk about block, you go one length. I guess a block is with a street in the middle. This is a block with an alley in the middle. And it's on 2 sides of the 2 different streets, right? So there you go. There's a whole facility there. It's a whole facility. Just abandoned. I mean, you can say it's rats. You can say it's infested. And like, yeah, I bet you it gets used by somebody someday, right?
For units in the city, it's a person with a gun, 5539 South Michigan, 5539 South Michigan. Caller states a habitual female customer who lives across the street came into the store unclothed, crying. Said her boyfriend has a gun, threw her out the house. The child's in the house. We got nothing further. 2nd District on 7.
Unclothed. Yeah, that's a mental health problem there, doesn't it? Sound like it? There's a white homeless dude there, right? Drug addict. There's another one right there. Right across the street. There's 2 of them. So you got people going to bars and going out to eat because it's 6 o'clock, and you got drug addicts, right, running around. I'll show you where to hang out. There's a whole encampment here, and then the Kinsey encampment's there, and then we're going to go to the Sunset. Man, it asks me 3 buttons to post something. Yet when it erases something, it has no buttons, right? Let's keep moving, right? I'm looking on my phone here if there's anything that came up, right?
Five 12 units in 5 in Citywide getting an assault in progress. 11058 South Wentworth. 11058 South Wentworth at the Food Mart. Female black threatening the caller left me waiting on Black 193.
You're gonna see another tent city right around here. Do you know where this is at? Grand, right? Chicago Bears fan forever. You see a tent city right here. I'll stop right here so you can see it. I think some of these dudes are white dudes here. Yeah, there. There you go. Right there. That's Grand is right next, right? Grand Avenue is where? Right in back of us, right? Let's see what these people do that are walking their dog. See the two people walking their dog, they're coming up. Watch, you'll see. Oh, they don't go past that thing. I told you why they leave that there, right? That's to warn everybody else this can be you real fast. There you go, man. They even got plants there. At least it looks okay. It doesn't look so messed up, right? There you go, man. Remember, the Salvation Army is right down the block from here.
Has a dog and he has a gun. Nothing further on it.
So let's do the whole route now, right? Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry about that. Alright, so we're going to go like this, like that. So you got all these homeless people in this abandoned Salvation Army, and it ain't no joke, it's for real, and it ain't a movie.
Can you give me a number for upper, lower, third make a red line, please?
127.62 and 127.63.
Did we mention the Bally's Casino that's being built right here? You figured the Bally's would do something to make itself look good, but no. All right, I'm getting ready to videotape here. We're gonna do a little bit of tour now, right? Go like that. Maybe we'll do something like this. I don't know. I gotta figure out a different way to do this because I have a different configuration in this car, right? Like that. Let's see if this works. Ready to go, guys? Let's go. So, Tent City, right off of Halsted and Grand. Man, there's a whole thing up on the railroad tracks. I didn't even see that. There's a wild thing up there, like a scarecrow up there. It's kind of scary, but let's keep moving. So you got that there, right? And you're like, well, yeah, that's normal. Well, nah, it ain't normal to have tents on the sidewalk. Huh? Again, Halsted is in back of us, and Grand is to the south of us. Grand is one block down. Halsted is right in back of us. Halsted is right off of Halsted, okay? So the worst part of this story here today is, and I've done this video before, and we're going to repeat it, right? I like repeating myself sometimes.
85. Look at your advance for 6 post 35th in the red line.
The worst part of this story is this right here, right? This facility right here. Right here. This is a Salvation Army right here, okay? This whole facility is a fails both sides, right? What are these guys doing? Breaking in here?
You want $2 this one?
This dude's breaking in there. We watching this dude bust in. Look at that dude breaking in there. See that shit? That dude just busted in there. See that guy? That white motherfucker right there busting in? See that guy right there, right?
On 79th Street. Event, please.
See? See that white dude busting in there? You just seen it. SubX.News, burglary in progress. Oh, call line 11. That dude just busted in there. Didn't you see that guy, right? Shit. That's fucking ridiculous, ain't it? White dope addict, right? So you seen the guys sleeping on the sidewalk over there, right? Well, this is a tour today. We're gonna do this tour, right? All right, there's homeless all around here, all hanging out, right? I'll show you this, right? That fucker's on his phone there. He's a fucking jagoff, right? That's a white jagoff, right? That's what he is. That's what I call those guys, right? White jagoffs. And then the ones that make the videos about black people and Mexicans and all that. He's a fucking criminal right there. That guy, that white asshole. Did you see him? He broke into this joint right here. This is the Salvation Army right there. What do I always say? Don't get confused with skin color. Guy, that was a white dude that just came out of a place. Did you see that there? Remember what this is. This is a Salvation Army right here, right? There's all kinds of people with masks on running around. There's all kinds of criminal activity, man. It's heating up over here. You just seen a burglary live. That was a burglary. He's in a place where he shouldn't be, right? You just witnessed it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. What did you see yesterday? You were at a scene where you seen that one on the other night where the machete fight? Beating each other with machetes. Remember that one? Yeah, that. And you get into these places, that's the stuff you see. Now remember, that's the Salvation Army. So you seen that one tent over there underneath the whatever street is in back of us. I don't know, what is that, Ohio in back of us? This is Grand, okay? Keep paying attention. Don't lose track of where we're at, okay?
800 North 11, just sent reports. He was threatened after his vehicle backed into a parked car. Call is going to be in a gray 2003 Honda Accord, Eddie Zebra 30779. Offender has a brown SUV. It does come in as details follows. Don't shoot radio quick.
Now you're going to see something else, and then I'll take you to the last part, right? Oh, that guy left. There's a dude. There's a dude jacked up right here. Actually, let's go see where the hell he went. That white dude went that way to... All right, this dude right here. See this guy right here? This white guy over here. He's all jacked up. See this guy right here? Right in front of you? That dude's jacked up, man. Right there. That guy right there. That dude's all jacked up. Not starting to notice it, right? What's this guy doing here in the alley here? What's that guy doing here, huh? That's a lot. Oh, that guy sleeps out here. I know that guy. He's screaming and yelling. He's screaming right now. He's mentally ill, right? Everybody knows this spot. I've showed you this spot, right? People sleep in here. They have to close that door there, right? This is my favorite graffiti wall right there.
Yes, ma'am. Can I get a event number for a distracted driver?
And now you know where we're going. Everybody knows where I'm heading to, right? We're going to see how bad it is over here, right?
Thank you.
So everybody got the picture where we're at. Now we're at Hubbard, right? Grand is one block south of here. And in that other street, Ohio, is that other block. So we're only what, 2 blocks here, right? 2 blocks removed, okay? only 2 blocks removed, okay? And this is the old Bloomer Chocolate Factory. That's where I always end up. So the Salvation Army is 1 block south of here, right? It's to the left of me. So now you got all these guys here, right? See these guys right here? Oh man, they cleaned it up a little bit. They swept it up. They got a bunch of garbage cans here, right? See that there? Everybody's getting the spatialization, because spatialization is spatial, right? Space, S-P-A-C-E, alization, right? Let me just show you so you kind of get the idea where I'm at, so I'm not taking you on a wild goose chase. The Salvation Army is not that building with the glass, it's the one right next to it. That's the Salvation Army. The boarded up Salvation Army is right in front of you. It's not the one with the glass. It's the one right to the right of the one with the glass. So you see the square there, the corner? Next to it, that smaller square, rectangle, that's the Salvation Army building, right? That's boarded up. Do you see how close that is? It's what, a block? It's 1 block away. 1 block. And there you go, and you got that there, right? You see all these people here. These are drug addicts, prostitutes, criminals, whatever they are. That is also where the graffiti is on top. That's the old chocolate factory, right? Up there. So that used to be a $1 billion operation. It was open 24/7, working, provided jobs, good jobs, and now it's closed. So think about this. We have a closed down addict place, right? A rehabilitation place, addiction place, and a homeless place. It's right down there. I just showed it. You boarded up. Now we have the chocolate factory that's in front of us. That's out of business. That used to be $1 billion a year. But what do we have all in front of us? We have all these tent houses here. Drug addicts. Now here's the thing. We can talk about the drugs and the crime, and we can talk about all of that, right? We can talk about all of that, right? But if somebody's really paying attention today, right? What do you really see today? What do you see? What do you see? One, I see new tents. Right? I don't see too many people walking around. I don't know what it is. They're not out, right? There's car parts over there. I watch so they don't throw nothing. I mean, I see new tents, right? Right? But what do you see? I'm going to go one more time. Hopefully this guy don't fuck with me. That's the chocolate factory right in front of you, right? Right there. Right? That's the chocolate factory. That's Bloomer Chocolate Factory right there. That building right there, that's the Bloomer Chocolate Factory. Right? So you've seen the Salvation Army. You've seen the guys underneath the bridge over by Grand and Halstead, right? You see these guys sleeping here, right? You see all the trash here, right? Right. But what do you see here? What's out here? What's out on the street, right? Right. What's out on the street? What do you see on the street? Right. Right. So what do you see? You see garbage cans, right? That's what you see. See the garbage cans? All right. Whose garbage cans are those, right? That's the city's garbage cans. So what do you see? You see garbage cans. That's the lesson of that, right? So what does that mean? The city's responsible for this. The city is. The city is responsible for all of this. They facilitate the homelessness. They facilitate the drug use. They facilitate the criminal activity. They facilitate the prostitution. They are the harm. The city is the harm. Well, no, they're not, blah, blah, blah. They're making their own choice, those people. No, they're not. Those were city garbage cans. The city put those there. Why would the city put garbage cans there? That's an illegal drug camp. Why don't the city take over the Salvation Army building right a block away from here, right? Who's giving these guys these free tents, right? That's the point. I'm going to keep going over this and keep going over this to show the enemy is not that guy that's the drug dealer, the rapist, the killer, or whatever he is. They're bad guys. I'm not saying they're good guys. The city's putting garbage cans there saying it's okay for you to stay there. That's the picture today, right? The government is the one that creates the crime, that facilitates the drug use, that facilitates the machete fight, right? Remember the machete fight that we seen the other day? There was a machete fight at Rubel yesterday. We might end up we might go to a different spot today. So we've been on this spot for a few times. I'm going to go to a different spot today. We're going to go a little west. That's the point. If you don't like hearing what I keep saying, if you don't like keep seeing what I keep showing, I want to show that. That is the point. It's not you, it's not me, it's not even them. It's not those people. You can say it is them, they're out there doing the crime, they're the rapists, they're the killers, they're the drug addicts, they're the prostitutes, they're the criminals, lock them up. Who put the garbage cans there? What government official told a worker to go put the garbage? Do you think a garbage guy says, well, I'm going to go put garbage cans there because I want to do something nice? Come on now. That didn't happen. It never happens. Someone ordered someone to do that. If you ever work for the government, you know what I'm talking about. Nothing happens on its own. Alright, there's another tent city right here. I showed you guys this multiple times. This is by an expensive place, Fulton Market, right here. K2 building, right there. That's the K2 building. I'm almost sure of it. One Omni Fulton Market. It's right there. It says Fulton Market right there. Oh, they cleaned up this tent city. I'll show you this one. Remember how this one looked? Look at it. It's cleaned up. How come it gets cleaned up but doesn't get cleaned out? You kind of get that? You'll see it real quick. That's why I repeat the same videos. I go to the same places. Why? Because that way you have documentation of what's happening. Right? And then you can start figuring out who actually is the bad guy, right? I don't watch so you don't drop off there. See that there? Look. See that there? That's cleaned out. Someone cleaned that place out. You can say, well, maybe the homeless guys did it themselves. Well, I don't know. Did they? I don't know. That's clean. Go look at my videos here. K2 or something like that. Fulton Market Tent City. I named it something like that. Right there. It's right there in front of you. This is Fulton Market. This is Fulton Market. Yeah, watch I don't drop off there, right? I get talking like I did yesterday and I'll drop off the ledge there. This is Fulton Market, right? I don't know what else to say. You've seen garbage cans at that tent city. Those were city garbage cans. Don't you pay for your garbage at your house? I thought that's what everybody pays now. Doesn't everybody have a garbage charge? Don't we all have to pay for our garbages, right? We're like the suburbs now. In the old days, we never paid it because it was part of our city tax. Remember those days? You never paid, and you had the old drum. Remember the old 50-gallon drums we used to have? And then when the rats were bad, they got the lids with the handles on it. Remember those days? And then they came up with these, so it's easier, right? So they don't have to lift those heavy barrels. They got these with the hook and the wheels. Everybody knows the transition, right? There you go, Fulton. This is Fulton Market. This is the street. It's called Fulton Market. There you go. There's a tent city a block from here. What did I just show you? The homeless place was what? Right next to Bally's, right next to an abandoned Salvation Army. Now we're seeing that. How close is it here? That's Google right there. That building right there, that one right there, that's Google. That's Google headquarters. Google corporate, and the real Google, the one that you use on your computer every day. That's it. That's the headquarters of that corporation. It's right there.
Bus 793, bus number 7937, westbound from Vincent.
I got 13022.
There can't be a more stark... the other video that was videotaping, it shut off, so I lost that. So I have to cut the video from one of these live feeds. There can't be a more stark indication. I guess I'm looking for a word and that just came to my head, but I don't think that's the right word. Evidence, how about that? That can't be a more clearer evidence of who's harming our city. It's not the homeless drug addict. It's the person, one, that's giving them the tent. That's the first person you gotta find. How come you're giving tents to homeless people? Well, I want to be good. I'm a good Christian, and I'm giving $1,000. Those orange tents are like $2,000 to $3,000. Those are very expensive tents. I have a theory on that one, why that guy's doing it. Those orange ones are really expensive.
I have it normal.
So I'm a good Christian.
55th and normal.
So I'm a good Christian, and I'm giving away $2,000 tents. Each tent, and that don't fly. When you see hundreds, if not thousands, of those tents all over. So that's a BS story, okay? And the bigger one is when you see city garbage cans put there by the city for them to use. Why doesn't the city give them a place to stay? Why doesn't the city force Salvation Army, or the city by eminent domain take over the Salvation Army and at least let those guys stay in that Salvation Army? Because they're already in there. You seen the white dude that's breaking in there. You seen the white burglar, right? Didn't you see the white burglar? Oh, they tore this down here. See that there? That's all torn down there. See that? Seen the white burglar, didn't you? The white guy that was coming out of that place? They're already in there. I don't know. Bust the door open, say, go sleep in there. I don't want you sleeping on the street. Salvation Army says something, you say, man, you need to fix it up or we take it from you. This is an abandoned joint. Easy. And you can say, well, that's property rights, Googler. Well, yeah, that's a city garbage can. That's my property right. That street is my property right. That sidewalk is our property right. So arguing property rights is kind of silly when you have people sleeping on city sidewalks. There's a word for the, I learned that, you learned that in writing class, right? Fallacies, I don't know, false narratives, all those things, right? Where people say one thing, and it's called double-tongued, right? You say one thing, but it means another, or you try to say things, it's nice outside when it's raining outside. Well, yeah, it's nice outside. Every day is beautiful to be alive, but it's raining, so it's not the best day out, right? Whatever. Then you can say, well, that's subjective. Well, subjectivity is based in reality, right? So again, the city facilitates the criminal activity. That's what you just seen. We're going to go do the sunset now, right? That's where I'm heading to. I'm going to go to one of my favorite spots right now. Not this one to train, because we were just here yesterday or Friday. We're going to go to another one of my favorite spots. It's a really nice sunset tonight. That's going to look good. And again, this is the way I am. This is the way I talk. If you feel offended, if you feel whatever. Yeah, all those NGOs made billions and billions and billions of dollars. Yet their building is closed. The building's closed and the city puts garbage cans in front of the tents that are given out by other NGOs. So who's doing it? The government's fucking doing it. The government's the criminal. The government is the criminal. It ain't the criminal. He's the actor, right? He's the tool. That's all that is. The guy right there on the bridge shooting up whatever meth or whatever crap they shoot up, he's just the tool of the government. We don't make meth in Chicago. There's no meth in Chicago. There might be some meth labs, I don't know. But it doesn't come from here. The chemicals from meth, I don't think, come from here. Hell, when it was COVID, a friend of mine, there was a recipe to make COVID medicine. You remember that one? I think you had to take Motrin, pseudometaphin, and one other thing. 3 over-the-counter drugs. Oh, you didn't need a prescription. But if you combine them, it helped you with COVID. There was a recipe for it. I got it written down if you want it. But you had to go get Sudafed, right? So I stocked up. There's 6 of us in my family. I figured stocked up if we get really bad COVID. I got COVID twice, I believe. Maybe 3 times. Then you would take this and you wouldn't have to go on the ventilator, right? And almost die. There's a cure, you know, but it helped you, right? When I bought 3 packs of Sudafed, guess what the clerk at the store said? You can't buy no more. I said, what do you mean? Well, you bought, in the other store, you bought 3 packs of Sudafed, and I'm looking here that you bought 3 packs of Sudafed, and we're not going to sell you none. What the hell are you talking about? So if they know I'm buying 3 damn packs of Sudafed, oh, fuck you telling me they don't know where a pound of fucking methamphetamine comes from? A pound. A pound. Or 10 pounds. Or whatever other crap they're selling on the streets. Cranks. What do they got? What's the other one? Fentanyl? You know that I'm buying 3 packs of Sudafed, but you don't know where the fentanyl comes from. There ain't no fentanyl made in Chicago. There's no fentanyl factory in Chicago. There is none. It's all imported into our city. It's imported here. Just like those garbage cans you just seen. You seen those garbage cans? Those garbage cans are not from around there. There is no garbage cans there. There is no garbage can factory there. There's an abandoned chocolate factory, Bloomer. They don't have those garbage cans. Why? Because private businesses can't have city garbage cans. All that around there was all private. There is no garbage cans in that area. You can't have those garbage cans anywhere in that area. That's all private business. It's all commercial. There is no single family homes in that area. None. 0. All those garbage cans that you've seen on that street were imported by the government. Just like fentanyl, just like methamphetamine, just like heroin, just like cocaine. There's no cocaine that's made or grown in Chicago. None. 0. Heroin is not grown or made in Chicago. None. Zero. It's all imported. Do me a favor. The next time you use Zelle and you send somebody money, check the questions they ask you. Do you know now there's a law that you can't even spend $500 or $600 on the internet without reporting it? Look at Zelle the next time you send money. I just seen this pop up. It just happened. I had to redo what the app. It says update the app, and I hate that. Look at that. Debt Elementary is done, right? That used to be a school there. That was an all-black school right here. Henry Horner Homes were right here. That was a black school right there. It's gone. You want to bet there'll be another school there in 20 years when I'm an old 80-year-old man, I'm going rah, 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 without teeth or whatever. I'm going to say, there was a school there. Or someone's going to say, no, it wasn't. And I'll show you my videos. That's why I make these videos. Three packs of Sudafed. 3 packs. 3 packs. And they don't know where methamphetamine come from? 3 packs of Sudafed. Go buy 3 packs of Sudafed and then go to the next Walgreens and buy 3 packs of Sudafed. Tell me what happens. Go try to Zelle $1,000. How about this? Zelle $1,000 to your brother or sister for an experiment. That way you're not sending it to a stranger. Oh, they just tore down that building right there. See that? It's all getting cleared out here. That was a building over here too. I usually come here at night. So when you come during the day, you see other things, right? That was a building right there. Go, try to buy 3 Sudafeds, and then go to the next Walgreens and buy 3 Sudafeds. See what happens. Go try to send $1,000 to a family member, and then go try to send another $1,000 to the same family member. How about this? Go try to go to your bank and withdraw $15,000. Go to your bank account. Go to your bank and say, I want $15,000 out of my bank account. See what happens. See what they do to you when you try to do that. And you telling me they don't know where fentanyl comes from? They know exactly where it comes from. Because they're the ones that are supplying it. Where does a 14-year-old get a Glock with a switch and an extended magazine? We don't know particularly the exact person. Is it a good guy or a bad guy? But it's somebody. And it's not that 15-year-old black kid. No, it's not. And it's not Brandon Johnson. And it's not JB. And it ain't Trump. And it don't matter who those guys are. It can be Mickey Mouse. Because it'll keep going on. Because people on my show will say, yeah, they used to do that in the 80s. They used to do that in the 90s. They did it in the 70s, right? Now we're heading to the sunset now. And then we're going to watch the sunset. We're going to take a little break. Yeah, I'm a little upset. That's all I got to say. And I know people say, John, don't take it so seriously. Don't do this, don't do that. You know what? I do take it seriously. Oh, man, he's traveling around. He's going in circles, that guy, right? And then we just see him. Let's see where he's going to. Might be going right here. There might be a murder right here. I don't know. I haven't heard nothing on the radio. Have you guys?
Frequency mode.
Strange. Let's see if this guy's right here, right? And you can say it's conspiracy theory, it's this, it's spaceships, it's tinfoil caps, or whatever the heck, or RFK, or JFK, or John Wilkes Booth. I don't know what you want to call it. But you look at it. I just showed it to you in front of your own eyes. You can make your own decision. I back and say what I want. Where do these guys go, man? Who the fuck are you, Hey! Hey! Bye, motherfucker! Yeah, don't come on my page playing games, man. Go do that with somebody else. Go do that with your cousin, man. Go do that with your cousin. I told you, don't come on my page playing games, man. Don't do that. Go play games with your cousin, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, or your dog, or hamster. Go play that game with your family, man. Don't come on my page playing games, man. Get the hell out of here. I don't have patience for that, man. I don't got patience for that. This is not that page. There's fun stuff. We put out goofball stuff. We do goofball things. That's okay with me. But you want to come on here and insult me and play your whatever games you're playing? You gotta go do that with your family, man. Don't be doing that with me. Oh, no turn on red. We don't want to get a ticket, right? I got a nice spot tonight. I'll show you. Man, I haven't heard no radio calls lately, have you guys? That's strange. Lady was killed here. A homeless lady was killed right in that parking lot right there. Don't even know whatever happened with that investigation. Somebody sent me a message once they knew her, but there's nothing going on with the police on that case. She was a homeless lady, right? Prostitute, maybe. Those cases don't get investigated. What is this, Kedzie, right? Yeah. I think this is Kedzie, isn't it? Or is this Sacramento or California? Now we're heading over to the Sunset.
83 boy. 83 boy. Please get to that number 4 survey from the redneck.
I'm serious. Don't come on my page. Don't come on my page with whatever you're dealing with. I'm not into that stuff. Go do that with your family members or whatever however you do that. I'm gonna be nice because I know I have some people listening, and I don't want to be super nasty right now. So don't come here, man. Don't be doing that stuff. Radio's been quiet lately, huh?
One 3129 13129.
Good luck.
It was 128 31 12831.
Did I show you these here before?
3271.
3271, go.
Yes, ma'am. Can I get an event number for a distracted driver mission?
This is all again.
12841 12841.
Thank you.
Colors of the police are fighting with the crowd, and we
2331.
7331.
Sorry, do you want me heading out to the training center?
Please fighting with the crowd. Listen up.
83 boy.
83 boy.
Can you please get an event number 4 survey?
Alright, if we have anybody close to 5900 South LaSalle, callers of police are fighting with the crowd, and we do have 363 boy over there.
You just heard it. Police fighting with the crowd, 5300 South LaSalle.
Alright, they're giving a slowdown for the 10-1, 9 in Wentworth. They've got 2 detains over there.
Alright, they're giving a slowdown.
Slow it down, 2 detained.
Giving a slowdown for the 10-1, 9 in Wentworth. They've got 2 detains over there. Alright, now a complete disregard to the 10-1.
Those are 2 separate calls. So one was 53rd and LaSalle, one was on Wentworth. Those are 2 different areas.
Sure, the upper 13290, 13290. The lower is going to be 13291, 13291. Thank you. You're welcome. 83 Eddie.
A couple numbers up and lower, Howard Street, right there.
Alright, upper 13296, 13296. Alright, 7383 Eddie. The first one was 13296, and the second one is 13298. And again, anybody going to the
83 David.
they're going to get
Chicago red line, 1 for upper, 1 for lower.
Sure, the upper 13290, 13290. The lower is going to be 13291, 13291.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
7383 Eddie.
83 Eddie.
A couple numbers up and lower, Howard Street, red line.
Alright, upper 13296, 13296. Alright, 7383 Eddie. The first one was 13296, and the second one is 13298, 13298. And again, anybody going to the 10-1, they're giving a complete disregard. They have everybody in custody, few weapons recovered.
Citywide, South Congress, 3008 West Devon, Randolph Street, just west of Division, Sacramento, yelling at people going to just Jewish temple, nothing further from 11.
Units 24 Citywide, South Congress, 3008 West Devon, for a male with a tracksuit, just west of Division in Sacramento, yelling at people going into the Jewish temple. Nothing further is on 11.
Why are you watching our page, asshole?
7383, Frank.
83.
Thank you for the documentation. Thank you for the documentation.
That's why I can get my number for bus number 1291 going eastbound on 79th Street from Western.
13356. 13356.
That's fine.
Well, you're watching my page and I ain't watching yours. That's funny. You must be illiterate.
Adam.
85 Adam.
We have two event numbers for the Howard Red Line, upper and lower, please.
Alright, upper is 13405. 13405. Lower is 134.
8385 Adam.
85 Adam.
We have two event numbers for
13408. 13408.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a lot of citywide robbery in progress. Adams and Kilpatrick. Scott, 10 male blacks appear to be robbing one male. They blocked them with two vehicles, black Genesis, black Nissan Altima. Offenders wearing black clothing. One male out of the vehicle approaching the victim. No further. Something clear.
That's right here. Adams, and that's right down the, that's right here. That's about 6 blocks from here. All right, we're going to do the sunset. We're done for this segment, okay? Let's see what's now. I got a bunch of insults that kind of aggravated me. I got to not deal with that stuff. To somebody else. Let's see the person that's commenting on my stuff. Lauren Rogers. Pretending to be black, using the U word. Yeah. Here, look at this person, and then we'll do the sunset. Look at this scumbag. Oh, look at this shit. They pretend to be black. They pretend to be from the city. Look at this shit. We're gonna go here. If you know this person, I'm sorry you're their friend. Look at this shit. You're no good. You're chasing clout. Lauren Rogers, look at that. Spending all this time insulting me. See that there? Look at that. Dumbass, all of that stuff. Funny, ain't it? Yeah, there you go, man. That person. Whoever is that person, yeah. Fuck you. How about that? Sorry about that. Now let's enjoy the sunset.
Four units and one on the citywide theft in progress, 627 West Roosevelt for three female blacks stealing inside the store. One is wearing a camo jacket, one is wearing a pink jacket, and one is wearing a black jacket. Nothing further is on for clear.
Stealing all day long. Criminals.
Getting a person with a gun, Adams and Clinton, a male white and a black pickup truck, license plate 3081523. Pull the gun on the collar, last seen headed southbound. The collar's in a white Jeep. Nothing further is on for clear. units and 5 in citywide. Getting a person with a gun. 120 block South State. Callers say someone is shooting BB guns at vehicles. Callers say